Hey guys, so this is my Graydle deck profile. It's actually pretty fast for a Graydle deck. By turn 3, you can have your Graydle Dragon loop going. Basically, Graydle Dragon destroys 2 to 3 cards whenever it's summoned, and it's very easily loopable and spammable. But I'll explain what all the cards do. I'll have a deck list in the description if you don't want explanations, but I'd advise an explanation for all the cards and the synergies. So we play 3 of each of the level 3s. They will have a similar effect when they're destroyed by either battle or trap, spell, and monster respectively. They all equip themselves to your opponent's monster, and then while it's equipped to that monster, you take control of it. And then if this card's equipped to a monster and then leaves the field, you destroy the monster it was equipped to. So for example, if you have your Graydle Eagle here, and it's destroyed by battle or monster effect, you can equip it to one of your opponent's monsters and then take control of that monster. This would be traps, and this would be spells. And you can kind of tell by the color that it's traps. So you just play 3 of each of those because you're going to start with them. Then 3 Graydle Slime Jr. When it's normal summoned, you get to special summon back your Graydle from your graveyard, and then for the rest of the turn you can't summon monsters except water monsters. And then you can also special summon a Aqua monster with the same level from your hand. So if I move all this out of the way, let's see, you have this. Normal summon your Slime Jr. Yeah. And that lets you revive a Graydle monster. And then you can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except water monsters. Then you get special summon an Aqua from your hand with the same level. So that's the order that it goes in. And that's the tuner, so now you've got a 3, a 3, and a 2, so obviously that's still level 8 Synchro Refraction. So that card's really good. And you run it at 3. It also has another effect where if it's destroyed by battle, you can special summon a Graydle monster from your deck. And it doesn't say other than Graydle Slime Jr. So if they destroy this by battle, you get another one, and then a Graydle to take control of that monster. And it's level 2 as well. Which is good. Then we play 2 Graydle Slimes. So this is your main combo piece, because what it says is if this card is in your hand or grave, you can target 2 Graydle cards you control and destroy them. And if you do, you special summon this card. And then when it's special summoned by this effect, you get to revive back the Graydle monster. And you can only use that effect once per turn for all Graydle Slimes. So by destroying your Graydle cards, you get to get your Graydle Dragons out of the extra monster zone, which is really handy. And Dragon has an effect when it's destroyed where it gets to revive back a Graydle. So you're plussing just by summoning this, even though you get to destroy stuff from your field, you still plus. And you can destroy your Graydle Eagles with it, and then take control of their monsters, because it doesn't say when it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect or battling an opponent's monster, which is good. So it triggers all your Graydles, and with this effect, when it's summoned, it special summons back the Graydle. So of course, you special summon back a level 3, and then a 5, a 3, and a tuner makes Dragon. So that's all of the Graydle monsters that we play. Then we just play 2 Swap and 1 Ronin, just for link summoning. You could run Totally Awesome if you had Totally Awesome, but I just didn't want to proxy it. And this deck is fairly cheap, so I'm just gonna go and say it's a budget deck. But Swap Frog is your discard outlet, so you can discard your level 3s to revive them back with Slime Jr. And with Slime Jr., it's a requirement to revive one, so that you can special summon one from your hand. so it makes this live. And if you have a water monster and a swap frog, it's an instant, Mr. Ugly, because you can special summon this. You normal summon it first, and that lets you send a level 2 aqua from your deck to your grave. And then use the effect to bounce it back to your hand, discard the water monster, send another one from deck to grave, and then you banish the swap to summon Ronin. You can banish a frog to summon it. And then that's 2 water monsters. Should probably be doing it. Yeah, that's right. And that's 2 water monsters for Mr. Ugly. And it does use your normal, but that doesn't matter. I just like the frog engine, because it's fast. And you don't really do anything on your first turn anyways, so you can just like kind of surface rule with that. And then you have your 3 sessions, which are your spells. That's all of your monsters, by the way. So Graydle Impact is really good, and you need to run 3. What it does is, its first effect is you can target other Graydle card you control, and one card your opponent controls, and destroy both of them. And because it's a spell effect that destroys, you can destroy your own alligators, and because it's green, when it's destroyed by a spell or battle, you can take control of the monster. So that activates your alligator. And then also, during the end phase, you can just add a Graydle card from your deck to your hand with it. But be worried that if you use the first effect, you can't use the second effect, and vice versa. And also, if you have 2, you can only use 1 effect, and that applies to both. So you can't use the second effect on one, the first effect on another. Which is kind of frustrating, because opening 2 is bad. But it's always fuel to summon your Graydle slimes, because you can just activate it and then get another fuel for this, because it requires 2 on field. And it's kind of hard to normal summon 2 Graydles to use it. That card's just all around a good card. 3 duality, because like I said, the only first turn step summon that you can do is with your swap frog. And it's really good to set up. There's a certain trap card that you run that's really good to open, and this just adds consistency to the deck. Like, if there was no consistency, this is the only card you had to open. If you didn't open this, you would lose basically. So you need to run your consistency cards, including Moray of Greed. So you activate it, and you get to return 2 water monsters from your hand back to the deck, and just draw 3. And it's not cost to return 2 water monsters to the deck. So that can shuffle stuff like Ronin Totem, or like I said, with slime, because it's only once per turn for all slimes, opening 2 is really bad. And you draw 3 as well with Moray of Greed. So more consistency is always good, especially in a slow deck. If it's inconsistent, it's worse. 2 Chalice, because negating your opponent's effects going second is really good, and that's without having to set cards. You just surprise your opponent. It's a quick play spell, and the attack boost can come up. 400 extra attack is alright. It's important to note that all the Graydle's effects activate in Grave, so you can still Chalice your Graydle, even though it gets its attack boost and effects negated. The effect negation doesn't carry to the Grave, so you get to take control of the monster anyway. 1 instant fusion, because I run 2 targets, a level 5 tuner and level 3. So that's basically, if you have this, you get the level 5 tuner, and if you have this, you get the level 3. So it just adds the second material for any of the fusion summons for level 8. For any of your Stinker summons, Book of Moon, just because Book of Moon, like, great. You can stop your opponent's link summon in place, because you just flip this, and it can't link summon with face down monsters. So that's good. And on normal summons, on stuff like Graydle, it's an activated effect, it's not a quick effect. So you can just activate this, and before they activate their effect, it's alright. I wouldn't, maybe cut it for something. I don't know, like a max save. 3, Graydle Split. This is the spell card I was talking about before, that's great to open. It's your main combo starter. So, you can target a monster you control, and equip this card to it. It doesn't have to be Graydle. And while it's equipped to that monster, it gains 500, but that's not the reason you run it. The reason you run it is because you can destroy the monster it's equipped to and send this card to the grave to special summon any 2 Graydles from your deck with different names and destroy them during their phase. So if you have this set and these somewhere in your deck, and suppose you had a Graydle level 3. You have it on the field, and split, gains 500, and then you can destroy the monster it's equipped to, and then send this to the grave, and it destroys cost. You can send this card to a monster. I don't know, so it send this to the grave cost, and then destroy this monster. So if they try to MST that effect, it sends to the grave's cost, so there's nothing they can do about it really. Destroy this, summon these, and of course if you destroyed your Cobra, because it was destroyed by a trap effect, you get to take control of the opponent's monster. But anyways, you usually summon Slime and a level 3, and that's just an instant rank 8, level 8 Thinker. So that's why you run that card. And anytime you can open it, it's good. If you steal your opponent's monsters, you can activate this on their stolen monster, because it doesn't specify you have to equip to Graydle. So that's good. So we play 3. We play 1 Graydle Combat. I play 1 because it's not that great. You could cut it as well, like Book of Moon, but what it does is when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated, it targets exactly 1 Graydle monster you control, and no other cards. So that's really insanely specific. But yeah, you can activate one of these effects. You can either negate their card, or their card's effect becomes destroy their targeted monster. So if you had a Alligator, and they try to use Book of Moon on Graydle Alligator for some reason, because they're activating a card effect that targets exactly 1 Graydle card you control, and no other cards, you can activate combat, and you can either negate their Book of Moon, or you can force that Book of Moon to destroying your Alligator. And then because the Alligator was destroyed by a spell effect for some reason, you can take control of their monster. But, yeah, that makes it even more specific to have Alligator. But we only play 1, because, like I said, it's insanely specific. Skill Drain, because, like I also said, all of the Graydles activate in Grave, so this only negates the effects of monsters in the field. So if your opponent has something stops them being targeted for some reason, you can still get it. You can still take control of it and skill drain on the field. And basically, your opponent's throwing out betas while you're stealing their betas and attacking them with their betas. So this card's like essential. A torrential, just because you can torrential the field, like it's great. Against spirals as well. Like if they summon their quick fixes, you can torrential the summon of the quick fix, and then not only does the quick fix get banished, it was summoned from the grave, but they also lose like firewalls, double helixes, stuff like that. 3 strikes and 3 quaking, I would probably run no Mirror Force or Storming Mirror Force. Because if you set all of their monsters permanently, then you can't crash your own alligators, or your own Graydles, and then take control of them, because they would get destroyed by attacking into a defensive position monster. But it's just like a ridiculous stall card, and the Graydle Dragon, when it's summoned, doesn't have to destroy face-up cards. So yeah, play 3. So that's the main deck. For the extra deck, we play 3 dragons. This is the best card in the extra deck, by far. When it's summoned, it takes an Aqua Tuner and 1 or more non-tuners. So the non-tuner doesn't have to be Aqua. Hence Fusionist. What it does is when it's summoned, I believe it doesn't this time. Yeah, it does. It could. I'm not sure. But when it's synchro summoned, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of water monsters used for the synchro summon of this card and destroy them. So like I said, you can pop 2 to 3 cards. You can destroy 3 if you use Slime to summon one from grave and one from hand, and then make this. And because all 3 were water, you destroy 3. Or what you usually do, if I stop throwing my cards around, is use a Slime and an Eagle to make this and just destroy 2. But the reason this is so loopable and like spammable is because of its next effect, where if it's destroyed in any means and sent to the grave, you can special summon any other water monster from your grave, which is effect negated, and that's once per turn for all Graydle Dragons. Both effects are once per turn for all Graydle Dragons. So if you have this in your grave and you summon this, and this gets destroyed, say, by your own Slime for its summon, then not only will Dragon revive one, but Slime revives one as well. And Slime has to revive one in defense. But yeah. And now you have 3 extra monster zone. So this deck can avoid the extra monster zone with this card, basically. So we play 3. Then we play 1 white or a whale. It's a Regeki, but better, because when you summon it, even though it only destroys face-up attack position monsters, it can attack twice on monsters during the battle phase, and it does piercing. So instead of just Regeki, you can do extra piercing damage. And then if it would be destroyed by an opponent's card, you can just banish a water monster to summon it back. So default on summon, they would have to destroy it 3 times, because all your main deck monsters are water. So if you summon this, you will have 2 in grave, and when it's destroyed, you banish a water, summon it back, destroy it again, banish another water, and then they destroy it for a 3rd time. So it's just a really solid card. And when it's destroyed, it goes within the main monster zone as well. So for the next card, Frame Lord Omega. You're not recycling any banished cards really, except maybe if you summon this, but that's not really gonna happen. You can just leave the extra monster zone for one place, and it's Omega, so you run them. Stardust. Really, this extra deck was just whatever you really want to play. 3 of each Archfiend, each of red, every red dragon Archfiend. So, just for each situation, this extra deck can really have whatever you want. Like, there's so much space in this extra deck. I'm even running Dante, and Zen, but no, this one destroys if it attacks a defense position monster after damage calc, You can destroy all defense boosted monsters your opponent controls. So if your opponent's trying to, if you use Quaking, for example, it works well with Quaking. And during the end phase, you destroy all of the monsters you control that didn't declare an attack this turn. And it must be face up on the field to activate it. But you can destroy equals you control, and then take control of monsters. I guess, but yeah. This one, I believe, can just destroy all other face-up attack monsters in the field during your main phase one. And then monsters other than this card cannot attack during the turn you use it. But again, you destroy eagles, you destroy dragons to revive other stuff back. And then one Skylight is probably the best one. You can just destroy all face-ups for some monsters in the field, and their opponent takes 500 times the amount of monsters destroyed. And once again, dragons are equal. So yeah. Yeah. So that's all the synchros. Starboy for links. It's really good, because sometimes you'll just have this stuck in your extra monster zone, and the default way of getting stuff out of your extra monster zone is by using whatever card I can find. Yeah. Your Graydle slime to destroy the dragon, and then just revive them back in the main monster zone. But obviously you can't do it with this, so you can just link away with it, and then get it out of your monster zone. So you need to run the link monster. And we only run one, because you're not spamming links. Zen maidens, just run whatever rank 3s you want. Like, I run these 3. This one's hard for your opponent to get rid of. Dante, because you can mill your slimes, and then summon them back. And it's a good beta, I guess. And then Breaksword, because you can destroy your own dragons or equals, and then destroy a card your opponent controls, and then take control of the card they control with the equal. Or revive one with dragon. It's good as well. It's removal, you can just destroy itself. Well, you have to. And then Fusions, Theseus, and a Fusionist. It's level 5 tuner, so it makes your 3s into Synchro level 8s. And Fusionist with this is a level 8. So that's the deck profile. The side deck, this deck isn't really missing anything. I guess you could run like anti-spells, spell and trap removals, stuff like that. But it doesn't really need a side deck to play. It always helps though. I think I'll do a second segment to this video in another video, which will be the combo segment, and I'll also do test hands in that same segment. So stay tuned for that video if you're interested. But if you're not, then thanks for watching this video, and thanks for enjoying my content.